Wrapping up my time in Japan's Kanazawa and Takayama historical districts, I hopped on the Japan Rail once again to travel through the Central Alps of Nagano towards beautiful Kamikochi. My home base was Matsumoto, a medium-sized city known for its thriving art scene, museums, and surrounding mountains. It's home to Japan's oldest surviving castle, nicknamed the Crow Castle due to its dark exterior. It has quite a long, tumultuous history and is easily one of the most photographed structures in the region. I wanted to explore a few smaller towns in the mountains, so I took another train heading 2 hours southwest to the historic feudal town of Nakatsugawa. Similar to Takayama, it has its old streets and traditional buildings, but felt much more toned down when it comes to attractions. I was also one of the few people exploring this less visited town. I will say that Nakatsugawa does not shy away from confectionery. There's so much candy being sold, it made my head spin. There's definitely a good mix of outdoor activities to be found outside the city, but lightning and heavy fog made me change my plans. Which I didn't mind, since this was just a day trip, and overall, I do recommend stopping by this quaint little town if you're passing through the area. The following day, after the storm had passed, I made the early morning trip up to the incredible Kamikochi Highlands, just west of Matsumoto. To get there, you have to board this colorful train from Matsumoto Station and head to Shimashima Station. From there, buy a separate bus ticket, which might feel a little cramped, but takes you on a scenic 1-hour ride through alpine lakes and valleys to the start of the hike in Kamikochi. And what a way to get started. A cascading river reflects some of the early colors of fall of the foothills, and out in the distance is where one of the tallest mountains in Japan is waiting.
The smell here is just immaculate. It smells so perfect here. I can't describe it. It smells like cedar and just a very, very fresh kind of mountain air.
The trek out is mostly flat, with plenty of viewpoints and stops to take in the sights and sounds. It's suitable for all fitness levels and easy to navigate. There are supposed bears in the region, with a few so-called bear bells put out to alert any in the area. It's a wild area after all, but I was a little disappointed I didn't get to spot any wildlife. There's a reason Kamikochi is sometimes referred to as the Japanese Yosemite Valley. The views of granite mountains and emerald-colored rivers are absolutely breathtaking. Each step is worth its weight, and you really get an overwhelming sense of pure revitalization. Kamikochi is only open from late April till about mid-November, and as the seasons shift, I truly recommend visiting this unique place several times a year. It was one of the places that stood out to me during my time in Japan, and I look forward to returning once again to be able to camp out under the stars of this captivating mountainous region. Sadly, it was time to move on and hop on the train to continue to my next destination. For my next installment, I visit one of the most sacred and symbolic regions in all of Japan. Can you guess what it is? Mount Fuji will be the main focal point, and I am looking forward to showing all the insanely scenic spots to explore around the mountain. I want to take a moment and say a quick thank you to everyone who has followed along with me. I do this not only as a passion, but to hopefully pass on information to make travel even more accessible to others. Wishing everyone happy holidays, and I'll see you next year.